It's a Black People Minute.
Oh yeah, we had a Black People Minute.
Actually 1 minute, 3 days ago, last year.
It's been a few weeks since we've been doing this thing, but here we are. And hi, my booze.
But Shahidah and I had fun in New York, and Tani didn't come.
She did not, and she missed a very good time.
We saw Fat Ham on Broadway.
And it's coming to Boston in September.
Oh, good.
So I will go see it when it comes to Boston. And you know what? Fuck you bitches. Because y'all didn't fucking say that I got screwed over by Hilton. You know I had a tantrum. And you know when I have a meltdown, I got to shut it down.
Can I tell one story, Chris? Can I tell this one story? So, Chris and I went to this restaurant for lunch. We were feeling pretty good. We were feeling very good. And we were talking about fucked up ways we did not want to die. What did you call it, Chris?
I don't want to die in a fucked up way, like in a basic.
Yeah, and we were going through all these scenarios in tears. And I texted the other day and I was like, the one scenario we did not think of was in a tin can down in the ocean to see the Titanic. Fucked up way to die.
One of my favorite parts was we're getting served our food, and this foreign man came up to us and gave us our food, and he said, "Enjoy." He said, "Enjoy," and Shahidah was like, "Oh, that's what I wonder what language that is," because he looked kind of like Egyptian. He's like, "Enjoy," and she goes, "Enjoy." I said, "No, he's saying enjoy. He's Dominican." He said, "Enjoy," and she goes, "Enjoy."
And let me tap in on this because the two of them FaceTime me and I'm looking at them in the streets of New York City and I'm like saying to myself, them two look like they on some straight ass bath salts. It ain't edibles, it ain't mushrooms, it ain't nothing. I was like, oh Lord, I worried for you two for a minute because I thought you was going to be walking down the street, friggin' tapping people like, or stabbing people in the neck with your bath salts.
Oh my God. No, Chris is exaggerating because first of all, he was fucking with me and he was telling me that it was a different language. He knew what it was all along and he was telling me, and then he made it sound like he was teaching me some new shit. So that's why I said it.
So back to our fucked up ways to die. Let's just delve into the capsule, that the billionaire capsules. Listen, this is the wave of the future because listen to me. I feel bad. Like I don't wish death on anybody because people with money or people with a little bit of money that want to do these adventures, great. I've jumped out of a plane. I didn't want to die on that. But, everybody has their own vice. And I feel bad about that. But my only issue with that is several billionaires on that little think tank, and they've exhausted all of this rescue efforts. Our tax money is going to pay for that. Hey, they can pay for that.
They should, because they sent the Coast Guard, so that definitely is our tax money. I don't see where the beef is coming in. People are like beefing about like, oh, you should have empathy and you shouldn't make fun and you shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. We just do too much. It's just exhausting keeping up with all the fucking outrage. At the end of the day, they went down there, they signed several pages of wages and spent $250,000 per person.
And the engineers on the project pulled out because they were like citing, emergency services or whatever the hell. And I was like, issues. And I'm like, did you people not listen to these? Like, I'm going to listen. I'm going to always listen to the experts.
No, they didn't. And they fired the one guy who said there was too much of a safety concern, and they It's not certified by anybody. And he said, I'm trying to do experimental stuff. If you go into something like that, CBS did a whole thing on it.
Yep.
The guy didn't actually go down because the waters were too rough, and thank goodness, because he did. But if you know that they had a Logitech PlayStation controller as to steer it, ma'am, sir, that's what I said, sir.
For why? Hey, they call them adventurers, and adventurers go that way sometimes. So, salute.
And you don't even see it. You don't even see it. You see it on a monitor.
Oh, really? Not even through the window?
No. You see it on a monitor. They could have put them down 30 feet and said, oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. Look, there it is. And then brought them back up. That would have been the best scam ever.
Yeah, that was stupid ways to fucking die.
Very stupid ways to fucking die. But this isn't the first, and it won't be the last. Well, I mean, this might be the first, but it won't be the last, because you look at all these billionaires. Ain't
shit to do, because we got friggin' Twitter dude,
Elon Musk,
Facebook dude talking about they want to get into a cage ring and fight. And I'm like, you know what? I hope nobody buys tickets. I hope they do it anyway and put it on pay-per-view and the building fucking collapse. Who cares? Idiots.
I agree with you on that one. I saw that, and that shit was just dumb. I thought it was a joke, and I was like, oh no, for real? Like, this is for real? Like, no. People got too much money. When you have that kind of money, to the point where you're like, I'll just get in a cage match with whomever. That's asinine.
Elon Musk was making fun of Mark Zuckerberg for his jiu-jitsu. Who he doesn't look that bad. I was watching some of his stuff. He doesn't look that bad. He's been competing or whatever. Just kick Elon Musk's ass. Just kick his ass. If you're gonna talk shit, he said, let's do it then.
Elon Musk that I really, really hate is I can muster up respect for Zuckerberg because he built something from scratch with his friends. He built something from scratch with his friends. Elon Musk didn't build shit. All he did was see a good idea, throw some money on it, and put his name attached. He has not built anything with his brain, and everybody's like, he's so smart, he's blah 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 blah. And now we see, because we hear him talking all the time, he's not that damn smart.
No,
he's just uber rich.
And a lot of those guys aren't that smart. They have just been put in a position where it's that, like the whole Nepo child thing. You got these parents and whoever, you come from a lineage where you just was born into that shit, and now you got this money, and now you're doing all this. Anyway, I'm over that. Let's talk about the documentary that everybody been talking about. Shall we start? What are we gonna go with? Shahidah
good TV.
Or the Natasha?
Oh, The Curious Case of Natasha Grace. Or what's her name? Natalia Grace?
Natalia Grace.
Let's go, because I only have one opinion. Everybody in that documentary was a piece of shit except for her.
No.
Tell the people what it's about. It's about a Ukrainian child, supposed child, was adopted by a family of 4 already, with 2 boys and a couple who wanted to have a girl, and she had disabilities. She was a little person,
dwarfism, and something else.
She was 6. And then they adopted this girl, and this girl, they couldn't tell what her age was, or it was some shit.
They claim that she was pretending to be a child when she was a full-ass adult. I didn't believe the parents at all.
She was a child.
She was a child. She was a child, and at 9 years old, they put her in an apartment by herself. Her mother confirmed it. They went to Ukraine, confirmed it. Her pediatrician, we saw those pictures with the baby teeth in her mouth. No,
She had
those
pubic hair.
Straight up lying, huh?
She had pubic hair, supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly. I don't even
and
believe
a period.
I didn't.
And a period.
She possibly could have had a period at 9 years old. You don't know children get their periods at 9, 10, 11 years old?
Pubic hair, though? Come on.
They said she had pubic hair. Did you? The husband one, we already know. He lied from the time he opened his eyes in the morning to the time he went to bed at night. He was a habitual liar. And he put all that on his wife. There's nothing that any of those people, and the neighbors, the Christian neighbors, the Midwestern neighbors who are like so good. She was very annoying. And that one woman who kept saying, you know why she was annoying? Because she was 9. That one woman who said she was evil. She's just evil. Man, give me an example of why she was evil. They never did. No one ever said anything specific that this young girl did or said to anybody to make me believe that she was a grown woman pretending to be a child. Everything that she did and how she reacted to things read like a child to me or somebody who was extremely deprived.
And even then, if she was a teenager,
even if
living on her own in squalor, they put her in an apartment and abandoned her. If that's your child, and you adopt, you're responsible for that child. And he was shady.
And the judge, was it the judge that ruled off that she was an adult with no information? No information, just took it at their word that she was. And then with the doctor, he was really nervous because he realized he fucked up.
And you can tell when she's an adult now, she looks entirely different than when she looked like as a child.
A 9, 10, 11-year-old girl.
And she's much more eloquent. Unless she was acting the whole time, I don't think you can act the whole time and get it.
The whole waiting for people to come home, that's a kid. A kid who is extremely lonely is waiting for you every single day to come home, so that because she needed some attention. And those people pretending, and you know how I feel about those Midwestern Christians, don't fucking like them, and I don't believe that they are good-hearted as they say they are.
No, they're not.
They absolutely are not. Granted, I understand if you thought this was an adult and this person was always at your door, you are going to be irritated, right? You're going to be irritated. But just common sense alone, like when men say, oh, the girl was 12 years old, I had no idea, I thought she was 18. No, you didn't, because you didn't listen to anything coming out of that person's mouth. And if they had paid that girl a little bit of attention, other than just going through their lives, a little bit of attention, they would have been calling social services, not trying to pen. And she could barely walk.
Right.
You know, when the mother said that she pulled out a knife and she was so scared of her, this kid could barely walk.
Go ahead.
All I'm going to say to this is, yes, I was a little skeptical on Natalia. I was like, that's a grown-ass girl. But at the end of the day, the whole system failed. If this documentary doesn't show us anything, it'll show us that the system is fucked up. Because at the end of the day, you get this kid that has disabilities. You think she's a kid. You bring her to your home in Florida from Croatia or wherever the hell she's from, or Ukraine. And I'm gonna be honest. When I watched it, and if what they're saying is true, if I wake up and I walk in my hallway and this kid is in the hallway or in her room with a knife,
there was no pictures or any video.
No, I'm just going off of what they had said, their stories. If that happened, not once in all of those 6 episodes was the adoption agency in Florida held accountable. Like, I'm not going to put this kid, I'm not going to put this child in a hotel. I'm going to keep this child, of course, but I'm going back to the source. I'm going to go back to the adoption agency that gave me this child. And I'm going to be like, look, you sold me a bag of bad goods. What the fuck's going on here?
But once you adopt a child, it's not like foster parenting. That's your responsibility. That's like a child. That's your child. That's why they went through all of these motions, because they couldn't just give her back. They couldn't just, say, oh, she didn't fit in with our family. And the thing is, too, and like the husband said, when he came, whether he's lying or not, he talked about the extensive abuse that the mother put on that girl. And we saw video of, and he actually showed video of that girl standing up against the wall for the whole day, defecating on herself, urinating on herself. What part of them made you believe their story over hers? That's what I want to know.
I didn't believe their story, because at the end of the day, that whole situation was fucked up. Like, them people, again, it's the system, because how the hell were these people approved to adopt this child, especially a child with special needs?
On paper, they look good. They might not have abused their own children. I mean, granted, we do have a problem a lot of times with foster parents and with people adopting children that are not good. But I don't think the system really failed at this point, because if these parents had these issues before, they were dealing with social services, but they were doing the best that they could to get social services out of their business. Why? Because if they had social services in their business and she was really doing what they said, social services would have been better to intervene and help them. They were lying. That's why they didn't want social services in their business. Yeah. So that really the system only failed because once they were involved, they should have stayed involved.
Absolutely. I feel like this. If you want to take that task up, then the system needs to stay involved, because now here we are. They have to.
If you adopt a child, why should, if I adopt a child today, why would I have social services involved in what I do with that child for the rest of his life? I'm a good damn parent. Now, if the school called and said, oh, little Shahidah's coming to school and she has a lot of bruises, then social services can get involved. But just me living my life, no, you should. If you adopt a child, you shouldn't have to have social services involved for the rest of your life. That makes no sense.
Okay. I ain't got nothing to add to that.
It was that thing at the end. All I want to say is that motherfucker at the end who was crying, and then he goes, "Okay, you want to do it again with the crying?" You saw that right at the end.
Yes, that's what I mean. That father he was not good. And then the autistic son, when he said that the mother had him pee on all her stuff and defecate in her.
Yeah,
that family.
That was disturbing, because from the story, the autistic son was apparently a genius, and he could have done so much, and now he ends up living in the basement of his father's house, and he's obviously aware of what's going on, and he's very articulate with it. And I'm just like, what a waste. Like, you have this brilliant child. Yeah, I mean, the whole situation was fucked up. Them people was fucked up. That husband and that wife, please.
She manipulated everybody. I know how she manipulated me. I would come in the house and
he's crying,
would be
crocodile tears.
Oh yeah, with his crocodile tears, I was like, bro, that's not gonna work.
I liked the juror who said if they were able to see all the evidence, his ass would be in jail.
I agree with you on that one. Yeah.
It's unfortunate that they didn't see the testimony from the mother, and I mean,
or even the age part, even just the age part.
You didn't see any of that. And that didn't make any sense to me, like why you would, that was a huge factor in why they did what they did, is to pretend that she was older than she was. It was really, it was, that part to me was really sad.
It was foul.
And on that note, let's get into Married at First Sight, because boom.
Oh,
So what did I miss? What was foul?
Oh, we were talking about good hot topics with the what was that? What's the name of the show? You know?
There's a documentary. I watched it with Mom. It was called the something of Natalia Grace. The Curious Case of Natalia Grace.
Vanessa, if you haven't watched it, you need to go on ID and pull that up.
That's the one she pretended she was a baby?
Yeah.
She did not pretend. She did not pretend.
Yes, yeah, that is
child.
Vanessa, I need you as my backup because I just got eviscerated on this right now. Because I'm like, that girl was a whole ass woman.
She absolutely was not.
A whole ass woman on crutches with pubic hair. But I digress. Anyway,
yeah.
How you doing?
Good. Mom is here. Mom.
I gotta wash my mouth now. Oh, Lord.
I'll make sure she does an appearance.
Yes. Where's Miss Helen? Does she have a Manhattan?
She does not have a Manhattan right now, but I can give her a quick glass of wine if you want her to join in.
Here she comes. Here comes the queen.
My mom watched it with me. Mom.
Oh, ask her opinion.
Mom, we were just talking about that documentary we watched about Natalie Grace with that little girl.
That was ridiculous.
Okay, Mama Williams, I have to ask you, what did you think?
I thought it was crazy. I didn't get it at all. I don't know why they did it. I mean, let me get Roscoe in the room.
The question is, was she a child? Was she a
child or an adult?
I couldn't quite figure it. I think she was an adult.
Damn.
Yeah, because she was, well, when you saw how physically she was, and she was very knowledgeable about a lot of stuff she shouldn't have been if she was 6 years old.
Oh, well, wait a minute. I take it back. Let me rewind my celebration. Yes, Mama Williams, you agree with me because I was outvoted. I thought she was a whole adult.
She didn't watch the final episode.
I did watch the full episode, Chris.
The final episode.
Why?
You're like, you said, I'm tired of this. I don't want to.
No, I watched the final episode. That was when.
Remember the father at the end?
Yes.
The father was like,
yeah, with his second. I guess it was his second wife. I don't even know if he really got married.
Oh no, that's his girlfriend. It was his girlfriend.
Yeah, but he was bizarre.
The mother was too. They were abusive and bizarre.
Yeah.
You have to be, I got to talk to you. We'll talk later.
Listen to me. That is the Midwest, honey, because I used to work out there. I used to travel out there in the Midwest for work for years. And I used to look at them people and I'd be like, there is something off with these people in the Midwest. I don't care to ever visit the Midwest ever again. I'm going to stay here on the East Coast and I'll fly to LA. And then I'll go out the country. I'm out.
Ohio, right?
They were in Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, but
and I've been there. Terrible.
They never showed the mother being abusive. That was only his talk.
When they had the girl up against the wall, remember they had the video of her up against the wall.
That was going to your corner.
And she was defecating on herself and urinating on herself, and she made her stay there for 12 hours.
Well, that's terrible.
Well, she didn't come out of her rescue place. She was in for like her naughty corner. All she had to do was just say she did it.
For 12 hours?
Exactly. That's
it takes a little longer than others. Depends on the kid.
Oh, Mama Williams, you are my best friend in my head. I'm going to literally serve you Manhattans, and I'm gonna bow at your feet because, girl, I like the way you think.
Only straight up though.
Oh, me and you. Oh, listen, straight up, me and you. We're gonna do it, and I'm gonna bow at your feet. Sorry, Vanessa. Sorry, Chris. Sorry, Shahidah. I got my girl. I got my new BFF. Yes!
Well, I have a scholarship reception tomorrow with 14 kids, and I have a cake in the car that I should
you better get that cake.
take. Well, I'll take it. It's in my trunk, but
She'll come back for more wine. So
I'll be back.
Yes, get yourself a glass, pull up a chair, and let's go. Let's talk. I'll see you soon. Get that cake though, because it's hot and it's gonna melt.
Anywho,
So we watched.
Let me whisper. Let me whisper to all three of you. Shut your damn mouths, because my girl. All right, that's all I got to say. Next.
She was falling asleep watching it. So
I was gonna say she wasn't paying all that much attention.
Don't you disrespect.
Chris
That's
was
disrespect. She was falling asleep.
I was there. I was there. I saw it.
Don't lie.
She could not stand that thing. She's like, "What is this?" She was saying, "What are we watching? What is this?"
Okay, so we over the curious case of Natalia Grace. Next, listen. Are we all caught up on the Married at First Sight Part 1 reunion?
Yes.
why is it still on? I was like, why is it still recording? And then I'm like, why am I looking at you again?
Sis,
I'm so over.
I'm over it. I'm ready to go to the next season. Let's go. Let's start the next season. Let's get over this.
So did they have after the decision day? That's what I want to know. It seemed like every week somebody's like, "Did you watch it?" No, fuck, I thought it was over.
Well, they had before the decision day happened, and then they had like the past cast tells all, which I thought was absolutely asinine. And then they had the reunion, which was last Wednesday, the first part 1, because we have part 2 coming up next week, which they could have handled all of this in this part 1 that just happened on Wednesday. I don't care to participate, but I'm going to watch, obviously, just to follow through. But I'm like, we're over this. Everybody is over this. This just isn't us. This is all over the internet. They're like, what the hell?
It is summertime. It's $5 movie night on Wednesdays, and that's what I do on Wednesdays now. I saw Spider-Man. And Chris, it was
of course
good.
you did.
You liked it?
It wasn't as good as the first one. It was excellent. It was excellent. But the music in the first one just made it just so much more exciting. Like every scene popped. In this one, they didn't have the music like that, so the soundtrack wasn't that good, but it was still really good. Okay. Still really good. And Darius came back and he was like lifting weights because you know he thinks he can be Spider-Man, so he's like lifting weights.
He can be Spider-Man. Listen,
he can be Milo.
Don't steal that boy's joy. He can be the next Spider-Man. I hope I just live to be able to see it, but here we are. I'm
tired of the show. I can't with it anymore.
Back to Married at First Sight.
Okay.
Shaquille and Kirsten. I'm sick of Gina. I want Gina to just go away. I want all of them to just go away. I want
a little couple of notes. I jotted down some notes. All I'm gonna say with regard to where am I at here? Chris, did you see Aris with his suit? I thought of you. I almost texted you, but I was like, I'm gonna see if Chris peeps this. Did you see he was rocking the Prince pin on his lapel?
No, I missed that.
Yep, he was rocking the Prince, the
logo.
The logo, yeah. When he was, when Prince was at his phase where he was like, I'm just a symbol. He had the symbol there on his lapel. And I had to pause and zoom in on that because I was like, ooh, Chris is going to peep that. But you didn't.
So, he said, Aris said, He said, I don't want to disrespect her. Remember, he kept hinting. For me,
it was all about the teeth. He didn't want to be disrespectful, but it was all about the teeth because there's nothing.
He said, because remember we said he's probably thinking about her going.
He never admitted it. He never admitted it because he was like, I don't want to. What we spoke about was in private, right? And then he kept talking about it, and I'm saying to myself, it's all about the teeth. Because what else are you gonna criticize her for?
I thought it was a sexual thing that he didn't want to embarrass her or the family by saying she just wasn't freaky enough for me. That's what I was.
No, he didn't get to that point though.
Because he kept saying, I don't want to talk about it and disrespect the family or her. That's what I was thinking it was, because it had to be either something sexual or something.
No. I think it was the teeth. He didn't want to call out that she had a jacked up mouth, and hence why she has already got her teeth done. And listen to me, Jasmine, whoever is your dentist, you need to go and get a refund, because her frontal, when she was talking, her front teeth, hey, I ain't against people getting veneers and whatever. Do you, boo? But them front veneers, her top teeth are way too large. And it's like she had that look like when she was talking, it was like, oh. And I'm like, boo-boo, your teeth is too damn big. They look like chiclets.
Gotta pay that money.
Listen, Lifetime can't set you up like that. You got that Lifetime money now. Get that Lifetime teeth. Shit.
Go to the dentist that Cardi B went to.
Cardi B used to have
Cardi B's
oh
teeth.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Cardi B's teeth was yuck mouth, and Jasmine needs to go to Cardi B's teeth, but Jasmine ain't got Cardi B money. Okay.
Hey, you never know. You never know how much you charge. Put it on the Amex.
And your boy does have a job, by the way. Your boy Mac does have a legitimate job.
What is it?
Well, he's the manager of the weed company. Now
he went back to Michigan.
Yeah, but he has a house now, and so he wasn't broke. He had a job.
So can I just go back to Aris? Oh, Vanessa. Oh, that is terrible.
That's now.
There we go. Cardi B got them good teeth. Cardi B's dentist is that good kind of dentist. That's good quality dentistry right there. But can we just go back to Aris real quick? And then I'm done with Aris and Jasmine.
Wait, can I ask a question real quick? Because I did not see it. So he never said it was her teeth. He just alluded to something, and that was it. He never said what it was.
No, because he was a little uncomfortable because Kevin Frazier, I give Kevin Frazier all his flowers, because Kevin Frazier was holding everybody's feet to the fire and was like, what do you mean? Like, you ain't gonna tell us? Like, Kevin Frazier just stopped so short to be like, motherfucker, sorry, Mrs. Williams.
He's gone.
Okay, good. You signed up for this shit. And now all of a sudden, you want to be fucking like, hey, I don't want to talk about that. I can't divulge that. Bro, you need to spill all the tea. Is it her teeth? Just say it.
Can I say something? I think he really didn't say anything because he didn't really have anything specific to say.
He did.
Wait. I'm not finished. Okay. For all of your, he's fucking gay, for everybody else, why have you never considered that maybe he doesn't like women like that? That all that talk about all the women that he's at, wait. He could be, I won't even say he's on the down low. He might be confused about his sexuality.
No.
Oh, well, you saw, he said he wanted scenes before we never saw. He said he was having a conversation with Jasmine and said, I want a polyamorous marriage.
He's a freak. That should have never been allowed to be on the show.
If he was a freak, he would have been freaking her.
No, he said, I'm open to an open marriage. That's what he said. I'd be open to an open marriage. He is a pig. Like I've been saying
Yeah,
from the beginning, he's a pig and he wants to lay his dick down all over God's created earth, but be that 39-year-old man that has a wife. He wants to, perpetrate the fraud. He wants to have the house with the wife and that whole shit. And then he wants to be out in them streets doing his dirt. As long as she's okay with it, he's like, I'm out. He ain't trying to, because he also said, as he says, I wouldn't mind, I would be open to an open marriage. He also said to Kevin Frazier, I don't know if I'd be okay with men having sex with my wife. Pick your fucking, excuse me, I'm sorry. Pick your battles. Do you want an open marriage? Because you can't be a hypocrite. You can't be a hypocrite on this. If you want an open marriage so bad, go ahead, boo-boo. I'd look at Aris dead ass in his face, and I'd say to Aris, we can have an open marriage. Go ahead. Fuck who you want to fuck. But I'm going to get my back blown out by Dexter over there. And are you going to be okay with that, to wake up next to me tomorrow morning with that? No, you won't. So I'm a pull his card. Jasmine didn't have the backbone to pull his card, because I'd have pulled his ass card and he'd have tightened up real quick.
My point is that from the very beginning, he said all this off the wall stuff. So him even throwing this in at the end to me is no different.
But what Shahidah, you missed that. He said that. He said, remember he was saying he would get so bored with them listening, he would say things on purpose, like being sexual, like what's your favorite position, because he was trying to mix it up or make it like, funny. He wasn't really serious about it.
Yeah. So
the experts couldn't pick that up. The experts couldn't pick that BS up.
They got the whole thing about the cousin.
What about her?
He didn't protect her from his cousin who was talking shit about her.
What do you mean he didn't protect? Well, he didn't. He didn't, try and defend her in any type of way. But I don't get the point. What are you saying? I must have missed something.
So they had a whole thing. They brought her friend on.
Okay.
They brought her friend on, and she was like, did you even care about her or this, that, and the other? And then why didn't you defend him against why didn't you defend him?
Let me exit out of this one real quick though. Here we go.
Why didn't she get defended by him? And he finally admitted, yeah, maybe I should have done that.
Okay.
Listen to me. I get him to some extent, but as a man, like Kevin Frazier kept saying, as a man, that is your wife. And you need to have your wife's back. I get where Aris was coming from when he was like, I just met this woman today. This has been my cousin, my ride or die since I was 4 months old. I get where he's coming from. But again, as a man, and Kevin and everybody and her and Jasmine's friend pulled his card. It's like, bro, at the end of the day, you signed up for this and you married this woman. And if your cousin's going to be disrespectful, call her fake, because he got caught in a lie when or he didn't know, because they were like, your cousin called her fake. And he's like, she never said that. And I was waiting for Kevin to be like, roll the tape, but they never did. And I was like, apparently there's been like some miscommunication there, but he finally owned it that, yeah, I should have had her back more. But at the end of the day, for me personally, and I'm going to be done with this and give y'all the mic, Aris should have never been on this show.
Never.
Aris literally perpetrated a fraud. He went on there. He went through this whole process. I'm pretty sure that never once came up that he would be open to an open relationship, or he'd be open to this and to that and to this and to that. So I feel like it's not as bad as what's our girl from that was with Chris Williams? Paige. It's not as bad as a Paige situation, but it is kind of bad because it's like, you know, she signed up for this to find her husband. Like she was so ready to be a wife. That's what she's prepared herself for. And she got a raw deal. And I don't like that.
No, it was shitty.
Vanessa, what's your thoughts?
Agreed. I think he certainly didn't do anything to redeem himself in any of these. I feel sorry for her. I do feel. And the date, I don't know what that date was and who she knew him before, but he wasn't even like riled up about that or that she had moved on. He was never in.
No.
Yeah.
No, he was so great.
And Shaquille, by the way, Shaquille said that a prophet told him.
Let's just go into that.
He said a prophet told him to do what was right for him. So he didn't know until he walked out there what his answer was going to be. And
what his prophet should have told him, which Shahidah, his prophet was his little church guy that, you know, he pastor that mentors him or talks to him. He calls him a prophet, which for me is a little weird, but here we are. I'm not a Jew, but whatever. What your prophet should have told you, Shaquille, is own your truth. Come on, Vanessa. You are on what's I don't want to mess up the name of your show. The Queen of the Universe. Queen of the Universe is out. Own your truth, Shaquille. And tell your prophet, find the man of my dreams, because it ain't Kirsten, it ain't me, it ain't you, Vanessa, it ain't Shahidah, but it might be you, Chris. So you might have a better chance. You will have a better chance with Shaquille than all three of us, including Mama Williams.
Chris said, "Don't put me in this. Don't put me in this."
Still on the gay thing.
It is a gay thing. It is a gay thing because when you look at it, Shahidah, you didn't watch it, so you gotta take a step back on this one. Shaquille was sitting on that couch, and I don't think I'm the only one that realized that. Shaquille was pulling every excuse out of his ass, with the exception of saying, "I'm gay."
Excuse like what? She started. What was his excuses though?
He kept pulling the supportive card like he was doing. She wasn't. I didn't feel like she was that supportive, and you know this that. I'm like, listen. Kirsten was holding his feet to the fire. She was like, I was cooking your meal. She was bullet pointing shit. She was like, I'm cooking your meals. I'm doing your laundry. I'm making sure that you're good with your schooling and your job. I'm showing up for shit. I'm doing whatever. Maybe she's not sitting there. I don't know what Shaquille wants. If Shaquille is straight, Shaquille must want like a really subservient wife that's gonna have no job, that's going to sit in the house and just cater to him all day. Because what Kirsten was doing, still wasn't good with. Okay. He's gay. I said it.
You saying that he's gay? Okay, I
know he's gay.
He was doing all of that stuff, and he was hitting it. They were having sex, but you can't think for a second that Eris, who wasn't doing any of that, is possibly gay.
He could be.
Okay. Vanessa's like, what the fuck just happened?
So I'm just saying,
they never talked about there was never any comment on whether it was good or bad, right? When they had sex, when they actually did it, did anyone say it was good?
No, they had it more than once, so it wasn't just one time. And she alluded to her friends. What was it? No, the girl that's married to Chris.
Nicole.
Not Nicole. She alluded to Nicole that she enjoyed that part of their relationship, but it was off everywhere else.
Can we go back to the whole whipped cream strawberry thing when he was body painting on her? Am I the only one that was like, this is awkward AF? Like, if I'm with a man and he's like, stand on the coffee table, let me paint, I'll be like, no, we're not doing that. No. Listen, let's just
It might not be for you, but it is for other people.
And okay, I'll take that off the table, okay? Because that's just not me. But the whole whipped cream and strawberries is like, you're gonna let me go back and look at that again. He's like, you're gonna let me do it? Do it? Shut up, Chris. It's my turn. He's like, you're gonna let me do it? You're gonna let me do it? And then he like squirts the thing in her mouth, and then when he puts the strawberry in his mouth and hits her in his with her lips, it was the most. I don't think he ever kissed a woman in his life with that shit. Am I wrong for that?
I thought it was a passionate kiss. I was like, I thought it was a passionate kiss. I was like, oh.
That was
They both enjoyed it.
About that, Chris.
They both look like
nothing passionate about that, Chris.
They both look like they enjoyed it.
At least he was doing it. If he, at least as a gay man, at least he was able to do that. Aaron couldn't even do it.
Because Aris wanted that big old Serena Williams booty.
He's a liar.
Of course he's a liar.
He was making up every excuse not to lay with that woman because he wanted to be in somebody's bump. God, no. I think.
Well, we're just gonna respectfully disagree.
I don't know what either one of them are. I'm just saying you were quick to say that this person is gay and that person is gay. But here you got a clear person who's claiming that they are so sexual, yet they are not doing sex. He could possibly be gay.
Shaq is gay, and I will go to my deathbed with that one. He's gay as hell. That's all I'm going to say. And when it comes out, I'm going to wait to have this podcast because it's going to come out within the next year.
It has never come
maybe
out
2 years from now.
Chris
Shaq is going to be with his boo thing in Texas because he moved to Texas. He's in Austin, Texas. He's going to be hand in hand with his boo thing in Texas. And he might be on the next episode of Queen of the Universe. And Vanessa's going to text Chris, who's going to text me, and she's going to be like, motherfucker, guess who is a new contestant on Queen of the Universe singing one of my goddamn songs, Shaq Hill. And I'm going to be like, I told your asses.
So,
ain't going to be Harris.
Also, Clint has a girlfriend now. He's very happy.
Ooh, wait, clutch my pearls. What?
Show us a picture.
No, it was in the thing. And they talked about it.
I missed that.
No, he said, Clint, are you dating anyone? He's like, yes, I've been dating someone. Does she think you have swag? He's like, actually, she does think I have swag.
Oh, I missed. Yes, I saw that. Yes,
you're very happy right now. And Gina's like, yeah, I'm open to marriage, because I know I want to be married, and I know I have a lot to offer. I was like, oh, and they brought up the question. At one point, did you believe that she was only doing it for her business?
Yes.
And what did she say?
I think he was nice. He was just being
nice.
A gracious dude. I still think he thinks that, but he was a gracious because Kevin kept going, well, what happened? Why aren't you guys together? I mean, what's the problem? You guys get along, this, that, and the other. He said you had friends that said you should just do it and see what's going on. I think he would have done it.
He would have.
Yeah, I think it was her. But he's such a nice guy. He protected that, from protected her integrity by saying, no, it just wasn't there. But I think if she was like, hey, let's do it, he'd have been down to do that shit. He'd have been down to do it.
I think all of America at this point, but I'm going to single myself out. When this shit first started, I was like, Clint, no. Clint literally 360'd me. And Clint is now my most favorite person from Married at First Sight America. Because he is class all the way. Like, I love he's just so genuine. And I also judge people because as an animal lover,
you judge people.
Oh, I judge people all the time, all day, every day. But as an animal lover, like when I see people with animals and when I see how the animals interact with these people, I'm like, that's a good one, right? That dude's got good character. Because animals know.
Friends? Are they still friends?
Huh?
Are they friends?
Yeah, they're friends. But I saw the previews to next week, so I'm assuming that Mac and Gina have gone out on some dates. I mean, they left us to believe that there might be some hope for Clint and Gina. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that
somebody, right? He said he was dating someone and he was happy, I thought.
Yeah, but
No,
Kevin
Matt.
kept pressing it.
Matt
In Michigan.
and Gina.
Oh, okay. I got them mixed up. Okay, gotcha.
So
I'm so over this whole. Just end it.
I'm over it. All right, I don't want to talk about Chris and Nicole because Chris and Nicole is Chris and Nicole. I'm over them. Who was the other one? Dom and Mac. Yeah, they Dom checked out in the beginning. I don't want to talk about them either. But please tell me y'all done caught up on Married at First Sight UK. Me and you, Chris.
Except for
Baby Black Jesus. I can't with you people. Baby Black Jesus. You got a homework assignment. Just watch it.
Wednesday is $5 movie day.
I don't care about your $5 movie day. Married at First Sight UK is everything. We keep talking about how sick and how whack Married at First Sight here is. Married at First Sight UK is bringing the ether. Like,
when is it done?
Ether, huh?
29 episodes.
When is it wrapped up?
Well, they just had the last episode. They just had their last final dinner where they brought all the couples back. Like even the couples that said I'm leaving, they brought all of them back to the dinner table. Married at First Sight US needs to take a play out of Married at First Sight UK. We need to have these. Bring them 3 experts over here. And let's do this where don't waste my time with all of this rigmarole about how you choosing these people. You've chose the people. I want this shit to start off at the fucking bachelorette and bachelor parties. Then I needed to go to, get your wedding dress, get your tuxedo. Don't bore me with that bullshit. And let's go to the friggin' wedding. They don't play around when it comes to the UK.
You're a liar.
You're a liar and an adulterer.
I'm done.
You're a liar and an adulterer. So now I can't. Now here's the thing: I can't ruin it for you because I want to. Oh Lord, baby Jesus, hold on, keep talking. And the rain's coming, Shahidah. I hate you. Now I gotta go inside. But here I am. Here you go. Follow me.
When it comes, it was
Follow me. Keep talking. Now the rain's coming down and I can't.
I think the last episode I saw was when Thomas and they were at the dinner table and Thomas and them decided not to get married or not to go on with their wedding. And then they did all the other marriages or whatever. That was the last one I saw.
It's good. They had the final dinner.
I hate to admit it. I got tired of them too.
Really? Tired of Thomas or tired of the show?
It was too many 29 episodes.
Oh my God.
I like to live. I like to live. It's 29. Or is it?
There's 29 really good episodes. I will watch 29 episodes of Married at Sight at UK, then 10 episodes of Married at Sight US. It's a fucking bore fast. Terrible. And I hate to talk about that.
I agree with.
It's terrible.
But I think it was just too many Married at First Sight episodes all combined. It was too much for me. I'm like, I can't take it anymore. I'm tired. I don't want to see another thing. So I got a little bit bored, but it is really good. I would definitely watch it next season, Vanessa. If I were you, going back and watching this season, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you to do that because I wouldn't want to do it.
You don't want to do what? You don't want to watch Married at First Sight UK?
Next season.
Next season, I will watch it. But I'm saying going back and watching this one and then discussing it again. Nah, I don't want to do that.
It's good though.
Y'all are gonna be disappointed. We good here. Listen, do what you do, but I'm gonna tell you all right now, you missed out on a bomb ass season.
It was good.
It was good.
Oh, no, it wasn't good. It was everything. Everything.
Did the black couple work out?
Say what?
Did the black couple work out?
No.
I thought it was more interesting the couples that didn't work out, like the reasons when the black guy who was the stripper and the girl who was like, I just can't do it. Those were the dynamics that I really liked because those were real kind of responses, you know. The other ones I felt like after they got rid of like the older couple and all of that, then it got to be, to me, more like the American version, you know, because it was that manufactured drama that seemed to come about, and I didn't like that part.
What about the tattoo guy with the black woman?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. You know I'm a fan of theirs. Matt and what's her name? Matt and Whitney. So I guess I'll just spoil it for you because neither one of you are gonna watch it. So I'll just spoil it.
I haven't watched the final one. I watched.
No, well then here we are. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
And I haven't watched the final one. It is a lot. There are a lot of episodes to catch up on. It's a lot.
Maybe, I mean, like in the wintertime when there's nothing else to do, perfect. But not in the summertime. That's too much. $5 movie night.
Whatever. Enjoy your $5 movie night. On a side note, since we're done with Married at First Sight, where's Gaga? Is she here drinking her wine?
She's not back yet.
She's doing her thing. I ain't mad. I want to have a little sip with her and pick her brain.
How was Broadway?
Oh, I didn't make it. Did they tell you? I didn't. I ended up showing up because the Hilton messed up my damn reservation.
No.
The Hilton messed up my reservation too. We were at the same hotel, and there was a electrical fire in the hotel. And so we was going back and forth all day. And then I ended up getting a hotel that was right across the street from the theater.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And I, on the other hand, had a little meltdown. And I was like, you know what? I'm not coming because I was on the phone with the Hilton. And I was like, I want my money. You better reimburse my goddamn money or else that's going to be problematic. And I'm going to be the new president of the Hilton. So now I had an attitude and I know how I am. I'm not going to show up knowing that I got this and be in front of these two, which apparently I should have shown up because the two of you crack whores were sitting at the brunch like you done took a goddamn bath salts, FaceTiming me. And I'm like, no, guys.
Excuse me, I have children that listen to this podcast.
Nash, you need to go to the good.
They'll be all right.
You need to go to the good in Harlem. I told Leslie that. They're good restaurants, nice decor. It's not better than whatchamacallit, but
Red Rooster. Are you talking about?
I think he had some design in Red Rooster as well, but. This is
not as good as Bell Harlem, you mean?
Well, Bell Harlem was different. It was more, a personal thing. This is just a straight up nice restaurant, really nice decor, really good food. Do you like the food?
Yeah, remember. Okay, so we got, I love fish. So
like coconut.
Like, I want a burger, or I want to get this coconut fried fish sandwich. And that's my thing. I was like, I'm going to get it. And he's like, let's split it where I get half of a burger and you get half. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'll give you a bite, but you're not going to get half. He's like, wow, you really like fish, don't you?
It was good there. It's like that
is delicious.
Breaded with coconut and a brioche bun with some slaw on it. It was really good.
Oh, that slaw is delicious.
Curried carrots. And what else was the other? What was the other appetizer? And the drinks are pretty good. The cocktails were good. You'd like it, next with booths. You'd like it. The next time you're in
big. It's really small, very like a more of an intimate setting. I liked it a lot. It was really nice.
Is it in Harlem?
Yeah.
Oh, fabulous! I've been to the Red Rooster, and I like the ambiance of the place. I must say, when I went, I don't know whether it was something I ordered that when I tell you, and I love to cook, and I love to season. But when I tell you whatever, I think I got like the chicken or whatever. But when I tell you that shit was so salted up that my ankles was like swelling, and I was staying in a hotel in Harlem, and I had to walk down 125th Street, and I thought I was going to collapse because my ankles were about to give out. So the likelihood of me, I mean, I might give him a second chance, but knowing me, I probably won't go back to Red Rooster. But yeah, good.
Is Red Rooster still open?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's still open.
Got another one called Have Something.
Yeah.
I like Red Rooster too. I did like. Well, I like any place that's gonna have fish and fish sandwich on the menu because that's my always go to. I that's my favorite dish.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's all good.
The play was really good. The play was hilarious from like start to end. It was very funny.
Yeah, it was good. Good. I'm glad you.
Well, Shahidah, let me know when they come here, and then if you want to go, or if you don't want to go, just let me know when it comes, and I'll look it up and I'll go.
My mother was telling me today because she was, I guess it's in the Boston Globe today. They were talking about it, and so she called me and she go, "Is the kid gay? Is it about a gay?" And I'm like, yeah, but I said they don't beat you over the head with it. It's it's not like so pronounced, but there's like some messages in there. So if she wants to go see it in May with her old lady game.
Plus, a lot of them know him from The Neighborhood with Cedric the Entertainer.
The Neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. So if they love him, just tell them that's one of the stars.
But I didn't know that he was going to be in it, so I was really shocked when I saw the poster.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I look forward to seeing it.
One fan question for Vanessa. Because Tanya kept bringing up the show, which I watched last season. I didn't watch the new season yet. Graham Norton. I'm a huge fan. Is he just as funny in real life?
He's amazing. He's hilarious. He's got great taste. I've been to his apartment, or not his apartment. He's got like 2 houses that are connected by the water. Very funny. Yeah, he's hilarious, and his husband is as well.
I love Graham Norton.
Huh?
He's gay?
Really, Chris?
That's my
yeah, I love Graham Norton. I think he's hilarious.
I've been watching him since Father Ted. I love that guy. He is hilarious.
Yeah, they just binged all the they put all the episodes on, so they crowned the winner. You can watch the whole thing now, and we did not get picked up for next year, so this will be our last year.
What do you mean?
It's Paramount Plus, right?
Paramount Plus, yeah.
That's terrible.
I know.
It's good.
Great trip to London every year, but no more.
And I like how they did the background stories on each one. Like I said, I didn't watch this season yet, but last season I watched the whole thing, and I like the background stories of them. It was good. I thought your grandson was there because you was cheesing way.
I was about to say, get him out the picture. We don't.
He's running next to me.
Adorbs. Oh my God, the fact that he's walking now and running. Oh my goodness, time goes by so fast. Chris, I'll be out there next week.
All right.
Sorry, Shahidah. I get my time with Chrissy Poo next.
Odium. We're going to Odium.
That's what my mom calls him, Chrissy Poo.
I told you that's my best friend in my head. I need to have some Manhattans, but tell Mama Williams that, I'm gonna need my Manhattan on some ice though, because I ain't. Oh Lord,
straight up. I tried to hang with her on her birthday one year. She had 2 straight up, then red wine. I don't know how I drove home because she was fine. I was like, I don't remember.
I need every wine that I drink. I got to put a couple of ice cubes in and drink it. Even though it's chilled in the fridge, I got to put a couple of ice cubes in because that whole, them drinks where you drink that neat, I'm like, I can't do that because I will be face down, ass up.
I can't drink.
Yeah, we know.
I could barely hold hold a sip of alcohol, then I got a headache. So I'm done.
Oh, I'm good.
Anyway.
I'm good.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, listen, it was great. And hang on. Let's end this. And let me get my thing right. Let's get back to the. Oh, wait. I got to do this first.